All right, now when you think about opera, you probably think of Italian classics like The Barber of Seville or The Marriage of Figaro. But here in Israel, we have our own school of opera that's emerging on the world stage. Joining me today in the studio is Rona Israel, the director of the International Masterclasses and Žamboki competition of vocal arts. Thank you so much for coming in. So normally we'd probably begin this interview with a little bit of song, but from what I understand, there's a very interesting project that your company does working with Holocaust survivors. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's a masterclass that takes place every year in the summer, and we bring together the best operatic talents of the world with the audience in Jerusalem, and of course aiming at the whole country. And we don't use the word Holocaust survivors lightly. We do that because our main benefactor, who's Mr. Yosef Žamboki, the masterclass is named after him, survived the Second World War, and his benefactor, Mr. Pavel Žamboki, took care of him as a child, and he vowed to use the name Žamboki to make good and create bridges of music, to bring together generations, to bring together people, to bring together disputing parties through music, and that's what we do.
It's amazing. And so you actually perform for these survivors, which is something that
for the whole audience, but the survivors do take part, a very active part, and they can participate in all our activities.
Do they ever sing?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Our students give them lessons, and we have activities together, and it's very heartwarming. It's
wow. Oh, I would love to see that myself. Now, you know, like we said before, opera isn't something that we necessarily associate with Israel. So my question is, how many productions is your company putting on a year?
This year we do 2 productions. One, which is my heart's desire, is every year to bring on local production by a local composer. Last year was Israel Sharon with Pyramus and Thisbe, and this year it's Albert by Moshe Zorman and Oded Lifshitz, which is a comic opera about a man who wants to get rid of his libido and wants to get rid of his sexual drive, and we follow him in the opera with the stages of achieving his goal. And I won't give in if he does or he doesn't.
Well, so we're just going to have to watch to find out. But yes, it already does sound very engaging and probably very hilarious to watch. So how long have you personally been singing opera? Where are you from originally?
I was born in London.
Wow, okay.
And I came to Israel as a child, and I studied opera since the age of 17. And I started in Israel, and then I went to study in the Royal Opera, in the Royal College of Music in London and in Germany. And I met this wonderful professor, Claudia Eder, who is coming. She was my personal teacher. She taught me everything, and she's coming to teach the talents of Israel and the world in this masterclass, which is a great honor.
So, I mean, how did opera get to Israel in the first place? If you could try to answer that in a short sentence, because I know we're running out of time, but this is very interesting to me.
Well, opera is an amalgamation of all the emotions, and because we have so many talented people, opera, of course, will emerge here. And we actually take part in cultivating this wonderful art form. But of course the Israeli opera has done so much, and the academies in Tel Aviv and in Jerusalem. Of course, Professor Tamara Chum, who's the head of music, the head of vocal music in the Buchman Meta Academy in Tel Aviv, she's one of our teachers as well, and she's responsible, you know, with her work in cultivating the young singers.
So when is the next performance?
Our next performance is the Operatic Gala, which takes place on the 30th of July.
Coming up.
And 2 productions, Donizetti Viva la Mama, which is a hilarious opera, which is a world Israel premiere, and that takes place on the 2nd of August.
Okay.
And Albert, the man without a libido, yes or no, takes place on the 4th of August and the 6th of August.
All right, well, we will definitely be keeping up and trying to get tickets ourselves here, so I hope our audience is able to come and watch as well.
I hope
Thank
so
you
too.
for joining us.
Thank you.